Alright YouTube, it's your boy Yuxus, and today we're going to be doing our first ever Genshin tier list. So yeah, I'm going to make sure I'm very unbiased here, right? Unbiased. Hey, y'all know. I'm gonna be very unbiased, and I'm only going to explain the characters that are in the higher tier. The people in the lower tier, I'm just gonna, briefly explain, I guess. Hopefully this video is not too long, right, and stuff like that. So if you guys are new and enjoy the content, make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, and comment, and let's get into the video. So we're gonna start off with Amber. Amber's D tier. In my opinion, Amber's the worst unit in the game, right? Also, I'm not going to I forgot to put it in this, but I'm not going to be doing the characters that are not into the game. So Zhao and Klee and Zhao are not in the game, so I'm not going to do them. Right, she's not in the game. That's what I just found out, actually. But Amber, she's very bad. She's not a good unit. She's useful when, like, in the beginning for newer players, right? Very useful with her taunt, right? It's just very useful how, you can get the enemies away from you, right? That's pretty good, but that's all she has for her, that taunt. And that's not enough for her to be useful, right? She is a bow and arrow user. Now, there's nothing wrong with bow and arrow users, but I think bow and arrow users, I think, have the weakest damage output. I'm pretty sure. It's either that or just books in general. I forgot what they call them, but it's either bow users or books in general that have the weakest damage output. But that does not mean they're weak. That does not mean they're ass. Does not mean they're, right? Next character, Barbara. Now, there's an SS tier here, so I'm not going to put Barbara SS. And the reason why I am going to put her SS. Now, the reason why she's going to be SS instead of S is because she heals off of everything. She's the best healer in the game, right? I thought it was actually Chi-Chi at first because she was a 5-star. But the thing is, Barbara, not only does Barbara's HP or healing skill offer HP, but she heals off of everything. Her ult, her regular attack, and her special. Which, her regular attack is obviously like those bubble attacks where she spins around and does her pose. The ultimate is the music thing you guys see going around your characters. If you have Barbara, you know what I'm talking about. And then the ult is the one that, have that little star, fashion show, whatever type thing, right? It's very good. She heals off of everything. Very useful for co-op, very useful for dungeons, very useful for domains, very useful for every event in the game. She is going to be useful. So she is definitely up there. She is completely different from any of these characters when it comes to healing and stuff like that. So yeah. Beidou. I see a lot of people putting Beidou in C tier, B tier. I'm giving her A tier. Now, I'm not, again, this is not biased. I don't even have Beidou, but I know what she does. Beidou cannot be B or C tier in my eyes for the sole purpose of, one, she has her counter, right? She's a Claymore user, right? And Claymore users are super hard hitting, right? But we're not going to talk about those, right? She has the counter attack that could not only counter attacks, but it saves her from a lot of stuff, right? So, if you guys don't know, when you fight enemies, for example, and they have that little explosion thing, if you hit the explosion and you use the counter, you will not get affected. So, her counter could actually be used as a shield as well, if you guys did not know. Her counter could be used as a shield, and she hits very hard, right? So, I think she's A tier. If not, you guys could put her in B tier, but I think Beidou's a lot better than people take her for, right? Bennett, I'm gonna give Bennett B tier. Now, reason why I'm gonna give Bennett B tier is simply because he is a very good unit. He's a Claymore user, I'm pretty sure. But the only thing that he has that hits very hard, even though he is a Claymore user, is his ultimate, which is not something you can proc super fast, right? Especially for Bennett, right? So I don't think Bennett's really up there. He's not a bad unit. Again, none of these units are bad. They're all going to be useful, but Bennett is not on the tier as the others. Chung Young, I'm gonna give him S tier. Now, I thought Chung Young was bad at first, horrible. I only wanted Chung Young for the purpose of walking on water, spamming it with Kea. But the thing is, he's actually way better than I expected. Right, he can freeze, I think, without characters getting wet. That's what I heard. If that's not the case, then he's A tier. Actually, yeah, he's A or S tier. You can put it whatever tier, but he is a very hard-hitting unit, very consistent. That's what you need to remember. These are very consistent units, right? He is a very, very hard hitting unit, very useful. You can depend on him for a DPS and stuff like that. I'm gonna put him S tier. D-Luke, Barbara move. D-Luke. He's SS tier. For all the trolls, all the trollers, I don't want to hear nothing. Hey, Gumbo, I'm talking to you, my brother. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing at all. D-Luke is SS tier. He is the hardest hitting unit in the game. For the people who do not know, he is the hardest hitting unit in the game. Some people say he is the best unit in the game. I'm not sure. Between him, Venti, I don't know if there's a best unit in the game, but people say he is the best unit in the game and that Venti's overhyped because that's like, you know, the battle Venti versus D-Luke, right? A lot of people say Venti's overrated. A lot of people say D-Luke is busted and stuff like that. And for me personally, I don't have Venti, but I've seen what Venti can do. Venti is okay, very, very good and stuff like that, but Venti is nowhere near D-Luke. D-Luke is SS always, and there's always going to be. Don't get it twisted. Official. S tier. Now, Official is not going to be S tier for the sole purpose of, one, all she has really is the Raven. Now, she doesn't only have the Raven. She has her bow and arrow that does do electro damage, which is actually pretty good, right? And she actually could, S tier mainly. I'll put her S tier because her ultimate is basically another Raven that she can move around with to get out of battles, right? Or even to enter a battle, which is very, very nice. And then she also has her special, which is another Raven that could teleport in different locations and stuff like that. So let's say you use your Raven right from the special move and it has the 14-second cooldown. But you have your ult. If you use the ult, the Raven will come back, which is pretty good. And you can get her ult pretty easy with the Raven as well. So I'm going to put Official S tier. Jean, I'm going to put Jean S tier. Jean, I don't really know too much about Jean. I know she's a sword user. I know she's a healing unit, but I don't think she's on the same power. Like, she doesn't do anything that another unit can do. Like, she is a 5-star. Yes, I'm not trying to shit on her or anything like that, but she does stuff that other units can do. She's pretty similar to the main characters, I think. The only difference is that she can heal, really. So I don't want to put her A tier because she's not there, but SS tier, she's not there as well. Kaya, he's only good for freezing on water, period. That's all Kaya can do. That's all Kaya will ever do. If we're talking about drip, hell yeah. But if we're not, there we go. Kaching, I'll put her SS tier. Now, the thing about Kaching is that she could actually teleport, right? She summoned some kind of ball or whatever, wherever the hell you want it to go, and she could teleport there. Very, very useful for battles. Very useful for anything, whatever. And she does hit pretty good as well. She hits pretty hard. She's SS tier. Completely different. Very, very good. I'll put you in the back. Lisa, C tier. Lisa's only C tier for the sole purpose of Lisa cannot do anything unless you have a water unit on your side. Because she's electro, her skills, if you guys know how Lisa works, her skills are only going to do a lot of damage if you have a water unit with her, which is not good. Mona, don't get it twisted. She's SS tier. This is the next 5-star I want. Mona is very good. She could actually hide underground with water, which is super useful to get away from battles, right? To quickly heal or anything like that, right? She's a very hard-hitting unit, and she's very busted as hell. If you guys see gameplay on Mona, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Ninguang, B tier. Ninguang is actually not that good. Might put her C tier. I'm gonna put her B tier. Ninguang her shield is okay, but like, you could get around it, right? Especially for the enemies that teleport underground and can spawn right behind you. You could get around it. And her, regular attacks don't go pretty far. They don't go too far. So, I'm not going to put her in those tiers, right? Noelle, C tier. Noelle, no. Her shield is useful. I mean, not even useful like that anymore. Nobody uses Noelle. I don't know. Nobody uses her. She's not very good. She only has her claymore damage. That's it. Now, Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi's S tier. Now, why Chi-Chi's S tier? Now, Chi-Chi's very, very good. She's a DPS healing, right? A DPS healer or whatever. The thing about her is that she skills off of attack, which is not nearly as good as comparing it off of HP. If you guys don't know, your attack could be 1,000, right? Your attack could be 1,000, but your HP could be 16,000. Barbara will be getting a way more healing. Barbara will heal way more with 16,000 HP than Chi-Chi having 1,000 attack. Just keep that in mind. Right, and your attack will never match your HP like that. I don't think it's possible. I'm not sure. Razer, I'll put him A tier. Now, Razer's a very, very, very good unit. He's actually, in my opinion, him and Beto, in my opinion, are in the running for the best replacement, I guess you could say, or best 4-star DPS. Razer, Beto, and Chungyang, right, are in my opinion for the best 4-star thing, right? I think Razer might be the best because his attack is just insanely good, right? He is not something different. He's very, very good. Susarose, I don't know. C tier. She's not as good. She's not very good. Actually, yeah, she's not very good. Actually, she's not a good character at all. She's okay. I guess she's useful from time to time, but that's really it. She doesn't do anything that's cool, right? She's a wind user. I know a lot of people don't know who she is. It's fine. She's not good anyways. I'm going to talk about the main characters at once. Actually, I'm not sure. I'll put the main characters S tier for the sole purpose of... Okay, when they're using wind, they're S tier. But if you're talking about Geo, he's A tier, or B tier at least. His Geo is so bad. It's so bad. Like his Geo attack does not do anything, but for the sole purpose of them in general, very good units if you build them up, max them up. Nobody's gonna max up their main character. I know some people do, but not a lot of people are going to, because they're gonna have better characters, right? And replace them. I already replaced them. I know a lot of people that I know replaced them. It's crazy. They're pretty good, but they're gonna be replaced a lot. Venti. Now again, I'm not going to be biased. Venti is an SS unit. Venti is very good for when it comes to support. Very good. Now, I like to meme a lot, joke a lot, saying Venti's like ass, right? But I only say that when people say D-Luke is D tier, or when D-Luke is weak or trash like that, right? When somebody talks to me about D-Luke and Venti, when somebody talks to me in general about damage compared D-Luke and Venti, of course I'm going to call Venti ass, right? There is no way you're going to talk to me about damage against D-Luke and Venti. No way. Venti's a bow user, D-Luke is a claymore user. Don't get it twisted. Alright, but Venti's a very good, useful character. Venti will get you almost anywhere. His ultimate is disgustingly broken, right? It doesn't hit like crazy like how D-Luke's does, but it does last longer and does do some nice, like, you know, damage if you build him up correctly. He's not like a DPS, but he is a support, so there is that. Keep that in mind. Right, he is a very good unit. He has special skills, can make a wind current very, very useful. That is the most useful thing in the game, I'm pretty sure. The fact that he could make wind currents out of anywhere. He could get whatever the hell he wants, no matter what. Jingling, A tier. I mean S tier. Jingling, Zhao, whatever her name is, pretty good. Very, very good actually. Her bear, fantastic, because her panda or whatever scales off of her elemental mastery, which is very, very good. If you build her elemental mastery super high, her bear will do a lot more damage, which is very good. Zhao, I've seen gameplay of Zhao, but I'm not going to talk about him here because it's not going to be fair. Jinqiu, A tier. Jinqiu's good, but Jinqiu is nowhere near the level of SS tier you guys see here, or he's not even, I guess he's kind of close to these S tier, but he's not good enough to be there, right? So I think A tier is where he should be. Right, but if we're talking about these units down here that I have no idea, I don't know what she does, so I put her in D for now. Paimon does not have a thing in the game. Zhao is SS tier. I'm telling you, when he drops, I'm dropping thousands of dollars for this guy. I'm joking, but I am getting him. I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to talk about him here. But yeah, that's basically my tier list. That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know first off what characters you would switch and why. There might be a character here I might even switch that I did not even, keep in consideration. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm Zhao, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Later. Peace.